All right, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Sorry for being so late, man. Had to take care of something with my pops, man. So sorry about that, but we in the building now, man. What's good, what's good, what's good? I am going to have a good, fun conversation today because there was a lot of good stuff happening in boxing. We are going to talk about Shakur, Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez, Gary Antuanne, Russell, Richardson, Hitchens, and all the good old stuff taking place at 140 pounds. You also got my guy Jermell Charlo dropping and saying he's going to be dropping a fight day soon. Yes, yes. What's going on to my guy Phoenix the Assassin who just sent me a note? Says it's going to go down who has better exchanges, gets their punches off first to force the other guy to come forward. Okay, that's not for me. That is just a regular comment. Let me say what's up to everybody in the building. Bank Hayes in the building. Ray Patterson, what's going on, sir? Delani Smith, my main man. What up, man? Kentrell LeGrew, what's good? What's good? Ray Patterson in the building. Gabe Toss, what's up? Terrell W. Nuke the Duke in the building. What up? My woman took my last one. Now I got to hit the gas station. What? Hey, what up, Mr. Mileage? How you feeling, bro? What's going on, man? Coach Chris. Chillville. What up, Noop? How you feeling, Big Noop? I'm pro Terence Crawford, Chillville. I'm setting aside all my personal issues with Terence Crawford. And I am going to be a fan of Terence Crawford again. I'm going to try my best. I swear to God, Chillville, I'm going to try to be a Terence Crawford fan all the way through this fight with Canelo Alvarez, bro, because I want your guy to win, dog. I want you know why I want I want Terence Crawford to win? I want Terence Crawford to win for guys like Chillville. I want him to win for guys like my guy Rick Timms. Rick Timms a Bud fan. You know, for all the real reasonable run. He said, "You going to jail, buddy." For what, man? What am I going to jail for, man? I'm not a criminal. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Let me throw you out of here real quick. What am I going to jail for? Please let me know what in the world could I possibly be going to jail for? I'm not a criminal, man. I don't break the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Always have been. He said, Bud don't got enough for Canelo. Bud don't got Bud don't got enough. He probably doesn't. More than likely, Canelo's going to win the fight. But at the same time, bro, like I said, man, I am going to ride with Bud. I want Bud to win this fight, man. I want Bud to win the fight. I really do. Because, hey, man, I don't care. So what, nigga? So what? He can say it all he want to say. Keep on saying it, little dude. I don't care. That little midget can say whatever he wants. I don't really care, man. Okay? Because I know that once I called him that little name, that little nigga got upset. So anyway, bro, little midget can go on about his body. He can go on about his business, dog. I don't care about him, and I don't care about you. Really. You guys are matter of fact, let me say what's up to all the peons in the building. Shout out to all the peons that live to talk shit about real players. Shout out to all the peons in the building. I hope you guys are doing well today. I hope that you guys bask in your mediocrity. I hope that you guys absolutely enjoy all the money that you get because you have to sell out. All of those things that little niggas have to do that I don't have to do, I'm just very thankful for. I have to tell you. I mean, you can call me Fagnon, you can call me whatever you want to call me. Doesn't make a difference. As long as you know that you're a peon and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am no longer going to be upset when peons talk to me. Because look, man, you guys are a bunch of fucking peons. You guys have a job to do like everybody else does. Your job is to peon, nigga, is to be a peon. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody gets mad at you, they just piss right on your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call a peon. Because you're so small. Anytime somebody gets mad at you, they can just pull it out and whip it right on your forehead, bro. See, I don't have that problem. Since I don't have that problem, all I can really do is feel sorry for the people that are peons. You know what I mean? I personally have never been a peon. So I don't know what it is to be a peon. You know, and I gotta really, do you think Canelo's better than Errol? Yeah, Canelo's a better fighter than Errol. I think so. I think that's safe to say. Seriously, man, it's while we wait for people to come on in the chat for the first 5 minutes, I want to let you know, seriously, man, I'm not upset at you guys, man. You guys are just little ass people trying to climb, trying to get somewhere in your life. You know what I mean? And if you have to stab somebody in the back to do it, hey man, that's what you have to do. You got to stab people in the back. You gotta be like you gotta come to people's chats and talk shit and all of that. And I'm glad that you have that job and I don't have that job. So thank you for your service, man, really. Because everybody at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Everybody at the end of the day got to do what they got to do, bro. And you guys are, and I'm saying this politely, you guys are peons, man. So you got to do the peon work. You know, I don't have to do the peon work. I'm really grateful for that, man. So anyway, what's up, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Have a good day. I hope your bosses don't pee on your head too hard. You know what I'm saying? Close your mouth when they peeing on your forehead. You know what I'm saying? That close your eyes, cover your nose. Don't get it in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So what's up to all y'all little niggas out there in the world? Fanon, get them. They're weak asses. No, seriously, they're peons, bro. And I'm not mad at peons anymore, man. You know what I mean? I can't get mad at little niggas. I can't get mad at Victor Conte. He's a peon. You know what I mean? I can't get mad at Bill Haney. He's a peon. You niggas are just peon. Said, dang, you didn't have to R. Kelly them. That's what they are. They peons, bro. These niggas are the ones that have to catch the blame. They're the ones that the first niggas to get shot up. You know what I mean? That's what they are. You know what I mean? They're peons. They're you can call them pawns. You know what I mean? They're pawns. If you want to play a chess game, they're pawns. They're the first ones. They think if they can get all the way to the other side of the board, that they can magically turn into a queen. That's not how it works, bro. If you get your little pawn ass all the way to the side of the board, we're gonna shoot you right there with a gun because we're not playing. Because we're not playing chess, homie. You know what I'm saying? This ain't chess. This ain't checkers. This is real life, partner. You know what I'm saying? We're not. You guys like to use metaphors and shit. We playing chess. No, we not. We not playing chess. We not playing checkers. We not playing golf. We not playing any games whatsoever, bro. You niggas are peons, bro. You know what I mean? And that's just where you're going to be. And you're going to work your way up. You know what I mean? Keep working your way up to be, now you're on the fries. Tomorrow you'll be at the register. You know what I'm saying? You keep working, you'll be that assistant manager. Once you get to that assistant manager spot, if you really grind hard, hey man, you might make it to manager. And then eventually you work really hard, you can make it to regional manager. And once you're the regional manager, then you're making some money. You're making $150,000, $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You guys can get there if you work really hard. But here's the thing. Nigga, I was born so much higher than that. Nigga, I was born higher than that. So anyway, nigga, you niggas is peons and I feel sorry for you. So I'm sorry that I've been mean to you. I'm sorry, Victor Conte, if I ruined your business and I got the feds on you. I'm sorry if you niggas got your houses, if you got your houses raided. For all the people whose houses I raided, I apologize for raiding your house, okay? When my people snatched you out that fucking house, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, dog, them niggas don't want to let you know they got snatched out their houses. They don't want to let you know that. But I'm going to let you know that. They got to worry about a nigga knocking on his door and snatching him out that house. Anyway, so let's get on to boxing. I am super happy that Shakur, Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez, that this fight can take place. If it takes place, I don't believe it's going to take place. I'm going to tell you right now because I believe it when I see it. As far as Shakur Stevenson fighting in an 18-by-18 ring. You know what I'm saying? That's when the big bucks roll in. When you get to assistant manager, that's when the big bucks roll in. But look, man, money ain't everything, dog. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't everything. Little peon ass niggas. You know what I mean? Money ain't everything. See, I would love to have much more cash in my pocket, but unfortunately, a lot of my money is, used on things like, used on things like security and things like that. Grown men snatch out the house is crazy. Hey, dog, snatch them out their crib, bro. Shoot, come on out. Come on out, dog. Blackwater will snatch you. You didn't know Blackwater will snatch you out your house? Blackwater will snatch you out the house, bro. They will come to your house and they will absolutely fucking snatch you out the house. Now, Blackwater, nuke. Nuke to Duke, Blackwater. It's Blackwater. That's no, dog. It ain't ice, nigga. It's called Blackwater. We will snatch you out your fucking house, dog. Okay? Don't play with me, dog. I'm royalty, nigga. Don't play with me, dog. I'm a very big dude, bro. Don't play with me, dog. Seriously, man. You don't know who you fucking with sometimes, dog. Sometimes you don't know who you fucking with, bro. Anyway, like I said, I want to be nice. I'm happy. I'm feeling good today because Shakur Stevenson is going to fight Teofimo Lopez. I can feel it. If they fight one another and at 140 pounds, the 135-pound division is absolutely dead, bro. He said black bagging people is something that always made me laugh when they did it in the movies. Bro, look, man. Snatch your ass right out your crib, nigga. Don't think I can't do it. That's the thing. Please don't think I can't do that. I absolutely can find your address and snatch you up out of there. But anyway, that's all right. That's just because of, certain issues that are around my security, bro. You know what I mean? Enough people have threatened my life over time that literally there really is. If you threaten me in any way, absolutely they're going to investigate you just because you threatened me. Seriously, man, you can't even say a threat. Once you threaten me, you're literally going to get followed, bro. We don't play that. My people don't play with my security, just to let you know. So the second you say something to me, the second you act like you're froggy, bro, my people are going to research you. They're going to look into you and they're going to determine whether or not you're a legitimate threat or you're not a legitimate threat. I'm telling you, that's going to be that's the process every time you guys threaten me. Every time. The only reason that little midget kept getting to say that is because he's such a peon that they don't think he's a real threat because he's not a threat to me. So he gets to keep talking because he's not a threat. If he was an actual threat, the nigga wouldn't be talking no more. You know what I mean? So it's like, so anyway, so I'm not going to say that little nigga's name no more because seriously, that little nigga is in over his head and he doesn't know how in over his head he really is. He has no idea, bro, how much over his head he is. And I'm laughing because I'm sitting there watching these niggas get picked off. Seriously, like, bro, not every political. Anyway, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. What I'm going to talk about is the fact that Turkey Al-Sheikh better make Shakur Stevenson the headliner in a fight with Teofimo Lopez. If Shakur Stevenson is on another undercard and they find some way to put Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez in Saudi Arabia on the undercard of some Hamaz Shiraz versus Carlos Adames 2, not going to have, it's good. Niggas got to run out of patience for these dudes. You doubt it? Yeah. I doubt that they're going to make these dudes headline because he doesn't want American fighters headlining. It seems quite obvious to me that they don't want American fighters. But who do you guys have? Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. The Gary Antuanne Russell versus Richardson Hitchens fight, I think that's the more interesting fight of the two. The Gary Antuanne Russell and Richardson Hitchenson. But if Shakur does fight Teofimo, I got Shakur beating Teofimo. I got Shakur beating Teofimo on points in a boring fight. But I would love to see Shakur Stevenson, if he gets that WBO belt, to fight the winner of Gary Antuanne Russell and Richardson Hitchens. Who do you guys think is put in the chat who you guys think is the best 140-pound fighter? I see a lot of people picking T.O. Hey, put your pick for the fight in the comment section if you don't mind. I want to know okay, GTR got Shakur. Steve Lowe said, what's up, Big Phenom, Big Bro? Thanks for getting some of the best boxing info YouTube fave channel thus far. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you, Stephen Lopez. They're both undercard fighters for real. Yeah, they shouldn't be, though. That amount of talent, bro, there shouldn't be undercard fighters. Enough people know Shakur Stevenson for him to headline his own card, bro. He said, Dank Luque said he's going to drop the belt and give it to Keyshawn. He can't give the belt to Keyshawn because Keyshawn's going to 140 pounds. You know what I mean? Shakur, Keyshawn Davis has got to go to 140 pounds. Virgil Wimbley said, Tank is the best. JSBC driver. Tank is the best. Virgil Wimbley said he got Shakur. Willie Anderson got Russell. Shakur will outback Teofimo, in my opinion. I think so. Who do you guys got, Gary? The fight I want to see is Gary Antuanne versus Shakur. Because Shakur fucked up the Gervonta fight. He just fucked up the Gervonta fight, bro. Man, I think sometimes they fucked up that Gervonta fight for him by sticking his ass on them undercards. Shakur said he's fighting Teo at 140. Yeah. And that's probably the weight class that Shakur is going to wind up being at. But I want to know why Devin skipped out on Gary Antuanne Russell. Hey, I would love it. Fight wherever. Blaze Box said that's where Teo is for 140. No, I know he is. I know he's at 140. He's the Blaze at the 100. He's the WBO champion for 140 pounds. Absolutely, I know where he is. And that he's had to move up to fight for that belt. Yeah, I got it. I'm just saying that that Shakur Stevenson cannot give Keyshawn Davis his WBC title. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. Hopefully somebody like Andy Cruz can get a shot at that WBC belt. I would love to see that. Gary going to make Shakur fight if they ever make it happen. Man, let me tell you something. Gary Antuanne Russell, I think, will beat Shakur. I think that is a very, very tough fight for Shakur because the pressure and the quickness and the speed of Gary Antuanne Russell. I think that's probably Shakur's toughest fight is Gary Antuanne Russell. And he may get stopped by Gary Antuanne. Gary, only issue I got with Gary is so aggressive, man. He's just so aggressive, man. But he's intelligently aggressive the way he did it with Rayo Valenzuela. Gary is a hard fight, especially now. It seems like he has calmed down in the ring after that loss. Yeah. Hunter Young. Hey, man, I'm sorry you went through that big argument, Hunter Young. I'm so sorry, man, that you guys had to go back and forth, Hunter Young. I appreciate you, brother. I want you to know that, dog. No, Gary already lost to Puello. Hey, man, nah, that doesn't mean anything. He don't fight like Puello. Shakur Stevenson is not Puello, and that was a close fight. A lot of people thought Gary Antuanne Russell won that fight. That was a close fight. That wasn't some blowout ass fight. It really wasn't. It was a good fight, man. I enjoyed that fight. But Puello, that's what I said. I just did a video about it. Hey, Fanon, it was fun. It reminded, okay, Fanon, it was fun. It reminded me of playing the dozens when I was a kid. Okay, cool, man. All right. I just knew you was under a lot of heat in the comment section, bro. So I was like, man, I fucked with Hunter Young. But you and my guy Kamal were going at it, dog. That shit was hilarious, bro. Hey, man, the real Baby J, man. What's up, man? Hey, if anybody feels like supporting the Super Chat or the Cash App today, it would be great because I'm really trying to make our monthly goal for that month of September. Definitely could use your help. Please support the channel if you can, if you're new. Everybody that gives all the time and supports all the time, dog, I'm not asking y'all for nothing. You guys support so heavy all the time. But if there's any newbies out there that want to add into the channel, support the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Cash App or Super Chats or work. Said, Love Down Gate said, Fanon, I thought Russell won, but it was close. Yeah, I could see it going for Puello. I could have seen that fight going for Gary Russell. I mean, I liked the fight. It was a good fight. Puello's a difficult out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Alberto Puello's a difficult out, man. But that's what, but Sabril, who got him? Did Sabril Matias, who beat Puello? Who beat Puello? Was it Sabril Matias that beat Puello? I think it's Sabril Matias that beat Puello. Man, like they're playing like musical chair with these championship belts. Bruce Gas, what's up, man? Bruce Gas, Jazz, and more. My guy, what's up, man? How you feeling, brother? Matias, okay, yeah, that's right. That's Matias. It would be a sharpshooter like Tank or Abdullah Mason to beat Shakur. No, I think it's a pressure fighter that beats Shakur. I think it's a pressure fighter that beats Shakur. I think it's somebody like a Marcus Maidana. Somebody that's wild and incredibly aggressive. Because Shakur Stevenson doesn't hit that hard, man. Hey, Fanon, don't forget Zepeda was able to wobble Shakur. Teo might be able to do something. Oh, no doubt, because Teo got the power advantage for sure. Teo definitely has the power advantage. Keisha363 with the gorgeous picture. Thank you so much for that picture. You know what's crazy? God, I like looking at women. Man, we used to do live streams back in the day. Sometimes we just start looking at pictures of women on the live stream. Like, who was the prettiest women in the 90s? Who's the prettiest woman in the world? Who's the prettiest girl right now in the world? Shit like that. Yeah, Fanon, aggressive with power. Yeah, for sure. Fanon, Yes, sir. Fanon, aggressive with power. Who's aggressive with power? I'm aggressive with power for sure. I am. I am very aggressive with my power. Highly aggressive. Because in the situation that I'm in, I can afford to be aggressive. Because I got the best defense in the world. My defense is other levels, so I can afford to be a real aggressive when I fight. And I don't fight in the boxing ring. I fight in politics. And trust you me, I'm real aggressive. And I'm being really aggressive right now. How you doing, Victor Conti? Hey, Victor. How you doing? Victor Conti, hope you're doing well. I know you're going through some health issues, Victor, but I want to know how you're feeling, Victor. Since you asked since you said I needed to get a real job, and you said somebody said I was greenlit. That's what I was told, Victor. I was told that I was greenlit. Hey, Victor, how you feeling, bro? Dog, did you niggas try to green light me, bro? I heard you tried to green light me, bro. And the cats you asked to green light me laughed at your ass. Like, dog, are you serious? Like, bro, you might as well ask me to jump over the Sears fucking tower, bro. You peon ass niggas doing something to me. You niggas might as well try to vertical leap the Sears tower, nigga. You will vertical leap the Sears tower, nigga, before you fuck with me, bro. You niggas are so little that it's goddamn microscopic. Like, seriously, bro. You niggas are peons. Like, let me tell you something. Your boss's boss is a peon. Let me repeat this. Your boss's boss is a fucking peon. Okay? Victor, your boss's boss is a peon. How dare you try to greenlight me, dude? How dare you come around me and say something about I need a job on some mafia shit? How dare you, dog? How dare you, Victor? Don't you know who you work for, son? Little man? Don't you know who your boss is and who your boss's boss is? Little nigga. So anyway, yeah, I'm real aggressive with my power. Believe you me. I'm real aggressive with it. But anyway, I'm talking boxing today. I'm not going to be sidetracked. I want to be on nothing but this wonderful fight, this wonderful 140-pound division, this wonderful 154-pound division. Those two divisions right there are the best things happening to boxing. The heavyweight division sucks. It's got one great fighter and a bunch of scum and a bunch of fucking low-level trash. I'm sorry, that's what I'm calling you. Historically speaking, this is the worst crop of heavyweights probably in the history of the sport of boxing. That's how bad the heavyweight division is, because these guys colluded, and I'm saying it because I know it to be the case. You all colluded to get rid of the American heavyweight and move the heavyweight scene over to Europe. Because you thought if you had the heavyweights, then so goes boxing, you would get the rest of boxing. So you guys absolutely positively, without a doubt, sabotage the American heavyweight by offering them jobs as basketball players, football players, overpaying them to do anything but get in that boxing ring and become the best single person in the world. LeBron James will never be on the level of a Michael Jordan. No, I'm sorry. They will never be on the level of the great heavyweight champions of the past, because those guys did not get colluded against, not to the degree that you guys are doing it. You might as well consider, do you remember what happened to the American heavyweight in between the years of 1920 and like 1940? It was garbage. It was garbage because they took the black American heavyweight out of the equation. This isn't the first time that the powers that be in society decided that boxing, the heavyweight division of boxing, was not going to produce a Muhammad Ali. That is my contention, and that's why you guys want those guys to be so successful over there in the UK. Because instead of a Muhammad Ali, you want a fucking Anthony Joshua. That's what Spencer Fearon wants. That's what Eddie Hearn wants. That's what all those guys did over there. Oh, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is garbage, bro. Tyson Fury literally is built like a garbage man and got his ass whooped by men half his size. And you're trying to push another fight with Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk instead of having Alexander Usyk Just fight Joseph Parker like is the obvious matchup to make. What did LeBron do? LeBron James is a fake leader, bro. What up, man? Say, hey, my guy Gray Hackett in the building said LeBron ain't mean enough to fuck with Jordan. Hell no. Michael Jordan is mean as shit. I met Michael Jordan, bro. You know what I mean? Because you know why? And guess how I met Michael Jordan, bro? This is how much of a non-peon I am, bro. Michael Jordan. I met Michael Jordan. And I met Magic Johnson. Let me tell you how I met Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan pulled up right in front of my house. He pulled up right in front of my house in his car. I was the only nigga standing outside. He literally drove up right to me. Looked at me through his car window. I was like, oh, what's up? And I gave him the thumbs up. And I did it like that. Guess who else met me? Watch this. When I was a little kid, Dr. J walked up to me. Just walked into a room, just walked into a little store that I was in, and boom, there's Dr. J. I shake hands with Dr. J. It was clearly Dr. J came in there to meet me. When I was a kid, Michael Jordan came to meet me. When I was a young adult, Shaq came to meet me. When I was older, God dog, who are you? Just has happened multiple times. I'm sorry, Magic Johnson. I literally sat in a business meeting with Magic Johnson while Magic Johnson was getting deals done. You know why? You know why they did that with me? So that they could be seen with me. And once they were seen with me, they were able to get business deals and make a lot of money because they were seen with me and they were seen with my family. You boxers make this money, and I'm going to say this, and I'm being gentle about it. You guys are going to run out of money. I'm telling you. Eddie Hearn is going to run out of money. Turkey Al-Sheikh is going to run out of money because they're not going to be able to reapportion our money to the events that they want to have. I'm telling you, these guys are all peons, bro. They're all peons, bro. Met Shaq the same way, bro. Shaq walked right up to me. Boom, shook my hand. Dude, I'm really, really, really big. I've been big my entire life. I was born into this. And I want you guys to understand this, bro. If you niggas was fucking around with, I don't know, let's say you were fucking around with the Prince Henry, you think you can just fuck around and walk up on Prince Henry? You would never even try that shit with somebody like that. But me, you niggas all kind of loose tongue. All kind of loose tongue when it comes to me. But anyway, back on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is mean as a fucking snake. Mean as a snake, dead centered, and he's he's just more talented than LeBron. LeBron is big. LeBron is not as talented as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is just a better, you know what I'm saying? Magic Johnson and MJ and Magic came out of college getting deals, though, through us. Exactly. Came out. How old do you think I am, bro? Dude, Magic Johnson came out. There you go. Nigga, I'm a Blackwell. Catch on, bro. Catch a clue. Catch a clue. Catch a clue. Yeah, they came out of college just getting deal. Yeah, I came out the womb getting deals. Were you kidding me? I've been getting deals. I've been able to set up deals with people since I was a baby, bro. It's because who I am. It's not what I did. It's because of who I am. It's what it is. Let me tell you something, bro. Where did Michael Jordan live when Michael Jordan got the Nike deal? No, I didn't help him get it. My father helped him get it. Where did Michael Jordan live when Michael Jordan got all those deals? We run Chicago, bro. We run Chicago. Thank you very much. Matter of fact, bro, we just run it. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. All those black folk in the 1970s and the 1980s had to deal with us. Dog, we're the mob, bro. What do you think this is? Bro, they didn't call us the black mob in the 1970s for nothing, homie. You know what I'm saying? They called my family literally the Blackwells in Philly, the black mob in the 1970s. They didn't call us the black mob for no fucking reason, okay? We put Maya Angelou on, people that my granddad Blackwell, my granddad put Miles Davis on. Absolutely, bro. They don't call us fucking the black mob for nothing, homie. You know what I'm saying? Do the research in Philly. That's just Philly. They don't call us, do the research. Anyway, you can do your research. You'll find out what I'm saying is true. This is all on the internet. It's all on the internet. Only reason I'm saying it is to make fun of little dudes like, you know, little hee. Little hee. Little hee. I just want little hee to know exactly how much of a peon he really is, bro. I'm serious. The only reason I talk about this is to let you niggas know exactly how, I don't care how big you are. Like, for example, you could have $50 million in your bank account. You could be the biggest name. You could be as big as you think you can be. Everything you think you can have it. Your ass is still a fucking peon, bro. You're still a peon, bro. You still have to kiss the ring, homie. Here's the ring. Kiss it, nigga. You look, no joke. You still got to kiss this ring. You can be as big as you want. You still got to come kiss this ring, little man. So I just want to let you niggas know how little you are. You know you guys tried to get rid of me. You know you tried to. I'm not threatening nobody or nothing. You niggas know you tried to get rid of me. You know that you niggas have been trying to get rid of me. You know you've been trying. In every way, shape, form, you could try to get rid of me. You've been trying to get rid of me since 2017. You dudes been trying to get rid of me since 2017. Damn, boy. Damn, bro. When you gonna get the job done? Seriously, y'all some mafia niggas. Y'all some made men. You guys are some big fixers. When you gonna fix me? Like, seriously, man. It's been like 6 years, bro. And I think it's gonna be another 6,000 years before any of you niggas are big enough to bug me, okay? To do anything more than bug me. Say they've been hating. We know exactly. Hey, dog. Jordan and Ali was on levels these dudes can't touch. Michael Jordan, let me tell you, Muhammad Ali, I can't talk about Muhammad Ali. I literally cannot talk about Muhammad Ali. I refuse to explain anymore how big Muhammad Ali is and how significant Muhammad Ali is worldwide. How much of an icon this man is worldwide and how he's the most known human being, one of the most known human beings in the history of mankind. Known and loved. And you guys have no intention of letting that shit happen again. So anybody that's related to him, anybody that reminds you of him, you guys try to run these guys down. You try to destroy their lives. You try to destroy their reputations. If you get a good boxer like Deontay Wilder, who's in a position to do some of the things that that Muhammad Ali would have done, he had the same attitude. You guys tried to destroy Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder was the best thing going in the heavyweight division. Absolutely. The most exciting fighter, easy. Way more exciting than Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, or any of these other guys. The most exciting heavyweight was Deontay Wilder. And look at the campaign you guys had on Deontay Wilder, trying to tear Deontay Wilder down. The dude was literally surrounded by some of the biggest scumbags on the planet, and he didn't even know that these guys weren't his friends. When his money leaves, they leave, and so does old girl. But guess who got his back? Can anybody tell me where Deontay Wilder had his last fight? Can anybody tell me what city was Deontay Wilder in when Deontay Wilder had his last fight? And he made all that money. Because we're overpaying, buddy. Let me tell you, I'm overpaying for my fighters. Bird was a real one for sure. Larry Johnson was one of the top highest paid players in the NBA in 1993. People didn't know that. Yeah, he got like a $95 million contract. He got like a $95 million contract. Dude. Excuse me. Me Too, Ali was that dude. What did it do, Rich L? Excuse me. I got to buy a razor for my head, man. Which exactly? Wichita. Where was I born? Wichita. Where did we start off? Wichita. Where do I have a ton of family? Wichita. And he came and fought in front of my own hometown for a lot of money. For a lot of money. And he's going to get another fight for a lot of money. Guess who's never going to be broke in their life, bro? Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is going to, I swear to God, Deontay Wilder is going to be taken care of for the rest of his life. Because Deontay Wilder was a real one, and Deontay Wilder has real fans that will really support him in the endeavors that he has. Without a doubt. If he wants to open businesses when he gets his money and he wants some businesses that are going to have customers coming through and are going to be profitable, absolutely, positively, we're going to make sure that that happens for that guy. Just like we made sure it happened for Floyd Mayweather. Yep. Your boy Floyd. Just so you know, let me bust you out, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather sent an emissary to me when I was in Chicago, a guy that used to work for me, sent an emissary to invite me to go hang out with Floyd time and time again. I turned Floyd down to go visit him multiple times because they wanted to make me part of the money team. You know why? Because I got all the goddamn money. I got the access to all the money. That's why. You niggas don't have no money. We have the money. My family has the money. You guys are broke as fuck. And the only reason you niggas got money is because we, our family, allow you dudes to have contracts with us. That's why. If we didn't want your ass playing in the NBA, you wouldn't be playing in the NBA. If we didn't want you playing in the NFL, they will put your ass out the NFL. Without a doubt. If they don't want you around, bro, they can ruin your life. They absolutely can. And have done it plenty of times. I never said my family were good guys. All I'm saying is that that's my family. So just because you can use them to do that shit to other people don't mean you can turn it on me. You can't turn my family on me. And I want to continue to deliver this message until you guys stop following me around and telling people not to support me. Because the more you do it, the more pissed off you're going to make me. The more pissed off you make me, the more you're likely to have to deal with something coming at you for real. Anyway, Bud, well, come on now, I'm sorry. I'm going in too deep. I'm trying not to do that stuff, bro, but these dudes are making me mad, and I got to get it together. Bud and my guy, Shakur, I'm sorry if I said something bad to you. No, for real, though. That's what they do. Dude, white people run the world, man. I don't know why people don't get this. There is a cabal of white people that really do run the world. They really do have all the money. They really do have the military. They really do have this. Oh, these fools don't deserve no message? Yeah, fair enough. I'm be done. Anyway, you're right. So anyway, I don't get to hit too much. It gets clipped too much. Them trying to fight instead of box, people are blind. What is that? Bud don't get hit too much. He gets clipped too damn much for trying to fight inside of box, people are blind. Look, man, he's going to be in some trouble, man. I think it's going to be tough on Bud in there in the later rounds, man. Cardenas, hey, I got $1. Thank you. I'm the first to say Canelo will outbox Bud. You are. Kip Kino said Fanon is the big dog. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I want to let you guys know this. I'm sorry, bro. Like, for real, if I say it enough, then you see it enough, you're going to start understanding that it's true, and then you're going to leave me alone. You know what I mean? And then I can talk boxing. I'm never going to be able to talk boxing if these guys continue to think that this shit's not going to lead to real problems for them. Really. I know, because I don't want to cause problems for people. I don't want to. I don't. But it's out of my control when you guys act buffoons. Anyway. Wheat buck. Anyway, here's the link, bro, so we can get on to some boxing. Anyway, what's up, Justin? What's up, Justin Cooper? How you feeling today, dog? Now, Gary Antuanne Russell and Richardson Hitchens. Who do you guys got? Can Richardson Hitch? I think I got Gary. Everybody, I know what y'all got, bro. I know who y'all got. Bud may end up pulling a Melo Charlo and surviving. It's always different when you're in the ring. However, I think it'll be a close fight. It should be a close fight unless he gets clipped. If he gets clipped, that's trouble. But Canelo's going to get clipped too. The issue is, though, there's going to be a couple things for me, man. If Terence Crawford clips Canelo and nothing happens, that's going to be big problems for Bud. If Canelo can consistently hit him in that body and not get countered, that's going to be a lot of problems for Bud too. Because one thing that people really do underestimate about Canelo's upper body defense is exceptional. Canelo is not very easy to hit. Canelo's a lot more difficult to hit cleanly than Errol Spence Jr. is. Canelo is a lot more difficult to hit than Israel Madmarov is. One of the things that is very, 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 very underrated about Canelo Alvarez is his defense. If Canelo doesn't want Terence to hit him, Terence is not going to hit Canelo. And Canelo can stand right there and make Terence Crawford miss. So that's really going to be the thing for me, is if Terence Crawford stands there with Canelo, and Terence cannot efficiently counter him, then that is a nightmare, bro. Fanon, exactly. People think Canelo don't have defense. Canelo has great defense. Canelo has exceptional defense, especially in the pocket. He's got exceptional defense. Very difficult to get a clean shot off on him, man. Very difficult to get a clean shot off on Canelo on the inside. Canelo's not somebody just bearing his head down and moving forward, bro. He's not, bro. Hey, Ox, if you want to talk, here's a link, though. Ox still got me off talking about that, man. I'm serious, man. I got to get these people off my back so I can enjoy boxing again. Canelo ain't gonna try to make it look easy. He's gonna take it easy and then boom. Yeah, Kip Keno Jordan says I got Bud by decision. Never. The chance of this shit is absolutely zero. Bud getting a decision, he's gonna have to drop Canelo a bunch of times to get a decision. I don't see that. But then again, Turkey Al-Sheikh out here fixing fights. So who knows what Turkey Al-Sheikh want to get done. I don't know. Can Turkey fix fights in Vegas? He did it in Saudi Arabia like it was God, dog. Y'all remember when he did that? It's crazy. Love Down Gaither says, Fanon, you are absolutely spot on. What Canelo's relaxing footwork. He makes his upper body movement. Canelo got A1 upper body movement. Yeah, he does, bro. Very, very, very Canelo Alvarez is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly underrated when it comes to his defense and his defense to offense. Hunter Young said, wasn't Canelo up 4-0 versus Bivol? Yeah, but he really wasn't. Yeah, he was, but he shouldn't have been. Hunter Young. I think he was up 4-1, but 4-0, but he shouldn't have been. He should have been down because seriously, he didn't come. I don't think he came close to beating Bivol. But Bivol is just so much bigger than Canelo is, longer than Canelo is. And Canelo moved up to 175 to fight him. And that was a bet, that was a risk that Canelo Alvarez took that a lot of people don't give Canelo Alvarez credit for taking, man. I said that too. Canelo going to make the fight boring to throw Bud off, then all the hell. Dude, first, man, they're both are fainting machines. They're both going to faint, figure it out, faint, more feints, and then they're going to figure it out. And then eventually, dog, somebody's going to step it up. Hunter Young said, I thought Bivol won at least three of the 4 first rounds. Yeah, I agree with that. I thought Bivol won that fight handily. I didn't think it was a close fight. The scorecards were a lot closer than it's going to be, and it's also going to be interesting to see if Terence Crawford can pound on that dude's, can just sit there and pound on that dude's arms all day like that. And if he can get him up against the ropes and start wailing on him. I don't know, man. It could go like the Caleb Plant fight too. But man, Bud at a certain point in time, if Canelo catches a groove on him, it can happen. Anyway, it goes, man. It's going to be an intriguing fight. I have to admit that. And I am rooting for Bud on it. Javon Freeman said, Canelo's going to walk down Bud and bring the fight to Bud. Bud doesn't have the power to hold Canelo off for 12 rounds, and he can't hurt Canelo. It's going to be a long night for Bud. Wow. Canelo going to do Bud. Control said Canelo going to do Bud's biceps bad. Man, is that see, man, they had a little tricky shit. What's up, Kurt Hurd? How you doing? Nothing out here, just out here, brother. Trying to talk this boxing, man. I still got me back on boxing. I don't hear no trolls coming at me today, so I can probably calm down. And that nigga ain't called me yet, called me Fag Nine. Hey, why you still talking about me, you little ma? I can't even call him that, man. You're going to call the cops if I say something. I shouldn't do it, though. I shouldn't do it. I would like to apologize to all black people for calling another black man a midgetchimp. I really should never call another black man something like a wheat dash buck. Flip it over. I really should never call people that. So I'd like to apologize to everybody that actually looks like that I said that about. Anyway, the reason Canelo underrated to me because he had PEDs in order to get wind. I guarantee Bud will win 7-5. If he gonna be on juice again, Chillville, if he's on juice that time, he gonna be juice this time. You know what I mean? If he's going to be juiced last time, he's going to be juiced this time. That's what I think. Madmarov had great movement in Bud's last fight, yet this is a different weight class. Man, it's going to be an interesting fight. But like I said, Will Anderson said, you pulling for Crawford. I'm going to buy a lotto ticket. Didn't expect that. Why would you waste your money, bro? I root for Terence Crawford in every fight the man has ever had, with the exception of Errol Spence. Bud's just an asshole. Bud is an asshole. But I've supported Bud in every fight Bud has ever had in his career, other than the Errol Spence fight. The problem is that Bud is a fucking crybaby, and he gets mad if people don't support him every single solitary fight, bro. Only fight I didn't support Bud for was the Errol Spence fight. Other than that, I've been one of the biggest Bud supporters that there is. Fuck off. All you Negroes try to use Canelo out, use Bud as some way to nag at me. Okay? Get the fuck out of here. I mean that shit too. You know what I mean? How many times do I gotta say Bud is number one pound for pound? How many fucking times do I gotta say, how many fights do I gotta pick him to win? How many times do I got to lobby for him to get undisputed fights? How many times I got to do it before you guys just say, oh, he likes Bud, but there's things about Bud that he doesn't like. I don't have to worship that dude. I don't have to do it, and I'm not going to do it. Bud is fugazi as fuck when it comes to shit outside the ring. He is. But inside the ring, he's a hellified fighter. And I've always said that because I'm not a liar. I'm not somebody like you guys that sit there and try to tear down Gervonta Davis and lie on the man's career the whole time. Just act like he's never done nothing. That's what you guys do. I don't do that to Terence Crawford. I tell the truth about Terence Crawford as I see it. He is obviously a Hall of Fame fighter. He's obviously a tremendously skilled and dedicated fighter. But the nigga is obviously fugazi as shit when it comes to certain other things. Both of those things can be and are true at the same time, man. Okay? I don't agree with everything Muhammad Ali said. I've listened to Muhammad Ali say a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with. That doesn't mean I'm not a fan of his just because I don't agree with what he said about women. I would never want a woman that doesn't do anything but have their entire life focused on me. Why would I want a woman like that? That's what he wanted out of a wife. That's not what I want out of a wife. So he said some shit that I didn't agree with. I say some shit. Exactly. Chillville said you always support Bud. Always. I mean, that shit, I've never not supported Bud. Yeah, I've never not supported Bud. Never. Give me a break. And on top of it, he's from the same area I'm from. I'm born in Wichita, Kansas. He's born in Omaha, Nebraska. He's a Midwest baby, just like I'm a Midwest baby. We from basically the same type of town. I was born in Wichita. He was born in Omaha, Nebraska, bro. I got family in Omaha, Nebraska. My daughter used to play tennis in Omaha, Nebraska several times a year, man. For about 10 years, I was in Omaha, Nebraska 3-4 times a year. Okay, and my wife got family there. So I've never done anything but been happy to support Bud Crawford. I bought all of his pay-per-views. I watched all of his fights. I did videos about all of his fights, and all of that without a thank you or a bit of niceness from that guy at all. Nothing but, oh, you know what I got for doing that shit? I get that fucking raggedy-ass nigga Bernie the Boxer like a fucking coward. Let me put it this way. That coward, Bernie the Boxer, who wants to talk all that shit about me, but anytime I ask him to come talk to me directly, he ain't got nothing to say. That dude can go on any and every podcast on the planet except this one. And I invited him on it multiple times. So I don't owe Bud shit. I don't owe him shit. Thank you very much. And by the way, you support PBC and have said time and time, what, with who, liar? You fucking liar. What PBC fighter did I pick besides Errol to beat Terence Crawford, you lying sack of shit? Who? I'm not even going to get rid of you. Who? Who did I ever pick to beat Terence Crawford? Even with Errol, I said it's really a 50-50 fight. It could go either way. That's what I said. I said I pick Errol, but I know this fight can go either way. That's what I said about Terence Crawford. I didn't bet on the fight. Everybody that tried to bet me on the fight, I turned down bets on the fight. I wasn't even taking gentleman bets on that fight. Why you want to get up here and lie on me, you liars, blue blood? You're just another liar, blue blood. You're a liar, bro. And guess what? Whenever I see somebody coming up here lying, I know it's you, blue blood. Take your lying ass and go somewhere, bro. That's why God made you gap tooth, bro. That's so anytime you opened your mouth, nigga, it's ugly. That's why he made your mouth like that. Because he knew ahead of time that your ass was going to be lying out that pie hole that much. My thoughts on Tim Bradley and what he's been saying, I don't really care about what Tim Bradley says. Tim Bradley was honest enough to admit that Tank is a Hall of Famer. I don't listen to him. I don't know what Tim Bradley said. If you send me something, tell me what Tim Bradley says and I'll tell it. You know, Fanon, just my thoughts. I agree wholeheartedly that the fight will be intriguing. My thoughts, I just feel Terence Crawford is crafty enough to defeat Canelo. Just my thoughts. It can happen. Who is blue blood? It's definitely not me. Okay. You don't know who blue blood is. Okay. Okay. It's not me. Okay, maybe it's not blue blood. You're still out of here. You're lying on me, dog. How can you watch my videos enough to tell me that you know what I think, but you've never heard of blue blood? You're a liar. If anything, you know full well you know who that nigga is. The nigga is one of the biggest frauds in all of boxing, bro. You cannot act like you don't know me. You can't act like you don't know certain people, bro. You're just full of shit, or you wouldn't even be in my live stream. Get out of here, bro. You're a bot. Fuck out of here. Don't nobody believe that shit. You niggas are not even good liars, dog. You're not even good liars. You're not even good liars. You're poor liars, but you're consistent. You never heard me pick anybody really to beat where I was like, no way he can win. I've never said that Terence Crawford, I've never predicted Terence Crawford to get knocked out. I've never predicted him to get knocked down. None of that. You guys are what you call stone cold liars, bro. Stone cold liars. I've done nothing but support Bud. Only time I got a problem with Bud is when that nigga put on 22 pounds of muscle. And I'm like, bro, and even that I'm going to let slide. Even that I let slide. Even that I jumped off that conversation. I did. I'm not out here talking about Snack anymore. I'm not out here talking about Victor Conte anymore. That was only one thing I was going to say one day. But you niggas want to call lawyers. You niggas want to scan through all my videos trying to find something you can flag me for. Let me tell you something, man. Thanks, Oxsteel. Tim Bradley is making videos saying the most outlandish shit to build his YouTube channel because he can't commentate for ESPN anymore. I mean, he's doing that whole look. Hey, this is my Tim Bradley impersonation. Hold on. Look. I'm saying this shit gonna be crazy. This shit gonna be crazy. I mean, man, they don't want that smoke. They don't want that smoke. I'm telling you, they gonna be crazy. Yeah. Oh, this gonna be. Nigga, hold your head still, please. Nigga, when you hold your head still, you're making me dizzy. Bro, get out of here, Tay. I don't have peace. Nobody steals my peace. Tay. Nobody steals my peace. I'm not peaceful. Why do you guys think that I am peaceful? I'm not peaceful. I'm not a peaceful person. I don't enjoy peace. I've never enjoyed peace. Peace is boring. I like to fight. I like to fight. I'm a fighter, bro. I'm a fighter. That's what I like to do. I love this shit. I love people threatening me. I love the shit. You kidding me? If you threaten me, that means I get to come at you. I love that shit. You're not stealing my peace. I love to fight. I love to fight. I'll fight all day, every day. You kidding me? Fight, argue, everything, all day. I don't know why y'all think. No worries. I'm just telling you, bro. Bud should have never joined Snack because now have his career will be questioned. Nobody cares, Dark Cardenas. Hey, man, really and truly, nobody cares about steroids in boxing. Nobody cares. All right, say prayers up to my mother, please. My mother just went into surgery. All right, so prayers for my mama. All right. What does that say? That was a hell of a statement. They should put it at that in the movie. Who was that? I'm telling you, dude, I'm built to fight, bro. Like, really. Like, for real. Seriously, bro. I love fighting. I love it. Love it, bro. I love gang fights. I've always liked gang. I love gang fights. I loved it when we fought in like numbers. When it's like 5-on-5, I love that shit. I love like fighting like 5-on-5, shit like that. I love it. If you niggas want to, you guys threaten my life, I love that shit. Threaten my life, I love that shit. No joke, bro. I love that shit. You give me something to do. My job is boring unless you come at me. Seriously, bro. I've made it to the top of my profession, bro. And at the top of my profession, I don't have to do anything. Like literally, bro, I don't have to do anything anymore. And that my life gets real fucking boring because I don't have to do anything anymore. So every time you niggas frog up, you're giving me something to do. So I love that shit, man. I love knowing that I go what the fuck I do, bro. Hey, said, bro, Unique said, peace for now, my first live show, and you hit the Bradley impersonation spot on, bro. I'm telling you, man, that's how I be. Well, because they're trained to do that shit. They're being taught to do that. Because you got to give emotion. So anyway, like I get super chats. Please, hey, you got to get him. You got to be able to. You got to have something. You got to be able to show emotion. You know what I mean? Hey, facts. The fact. What is this? Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. So you do. Like I love to pop out, bro. Seriously, man. You have no idea how happy I am. First of all, bro, I know Victor Conti is a mobster. Okay, this is my personal opinion. Okay. So, Victor, let me tell you ahead of time, you're not going to be able to sue me for this statement, Victor. Victor Conti, in my opinion, he looks and acts like somebody that thinks he's a mobster. He does. He can get away with it. It looks like he can get away with a bunch of bullshit. People continually give him business. They prop his ass up in one of the dirtiest fucking sports in the world to be one of the dirtiest people in the dirtiest sports in the world. Hold on one second. And Zeus. 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 All right, sorry about that. Sometimes, hey, Hunter Young, what is this? Hunter Young said, my son went to college. I wasn't traveling for basketball. I bored enough to pick up woodworking. Exactly, bro. Bored, bro. So look, I love it when you guys do this shit, man. I love this shit. I can't lie, bro. I can't lie, dog. I like to fight, dog. I like to fight. I like that Victor Conte threatened me. Because that just gives me an opportunity to beat the shit out of him. You know? Like, for real. I think it's more like hand shit, ass trick. What is that? I think it's more like the hand up the ass trick they got him on. Oh, man, for sure. He's still getting paid now. Don't get wrong. He's auditioning to get paid now. Tim Bradley going to be back, man. He's going to be back, man. I'm going to be back, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I mean, we're going to have some problems, man. We're going to have some real problems. We're going to have some real problems in boxing, man. I'm telling you. I was wrong. I know. All of that. He's trying to do a Stephen A. Smith, like doing all that Stephen A. Smith shit. Stephen A. Smith does the same. Hey, oh, like, come on now. That shit, come on now. I don't like any of that mimicry shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they do that, man. But anyway, dog, don't ever feel guilty or bad or think you need to save me from an argument, bro. I love arguments, bro, and I love it. And seriously, Victor Conte threatening me was an opportunity to beat the shit out of Victor Conte. And if you think I'm going to miss my opportunity to beat the shit out of fucking Victor Conte, you're tripping. And you better believe Victor Conte got his ass whooped. That's why his ass is silent. Say something else about me, Victor. And I don't believe that little midget said that shit 40 fucking times. I don't believe it. If he did it, that's because that little nigga got a wish. He got the wrong kind of wish, little nigga. Only reason he can do it. You know what I mean? I think it's anyway. But yeah, I mean, all them guys do that shit, man. They do the rolling of the eyes, the bug eye shit. That's what they're doing. They're trying to be that good old boy shit. Yeah, I'm telling you. Saying outlandish shit, you know. I'm telling you, man, I want to see. Who else do I want to talk? Eddie Hearn is who I want to say my name. I want Eddie Hearn to make the fucking mistake of saying my name. That's what I want. I know Victor Conte's ass was forced into saying my name. That nigga said my name. I know he's regretting that shit. That man is an attorney by trade. They pay Fanon to argue. And in Chicago politics too, he's good. Oh, dog, let me tell you something, dog. My shit is global. Comeback protocol. I've gone global. I'm telling you, bro, I've gone global. I'm global now. I used to be local. Then I was major. Now I'm international, dog. Literally. International, bro. You niggas can't do nothing with me. And I love it. Love it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that support in the super chat, bro. Really do. Man, pay him to argue. And in Chicago politics too, he's good. Very good. I'm good in DC politics too. And New Orleans politics, and LA politics, and New York politics, and Omaha, Nebraska. Nigga, I will name your mayor, bud. Hey, bud, you gonna fuck around, and I'm gonna elect the mayor in fucking Omaha, Nebraska, bro. And I'm gonna increase them taxes over there on B&B Gym, bro. Do you think that the U.S. will crack down on Turki al-Sheikh for being crazy dictator and having shady connections? No. We've already cracked down on his ass. Dude, they don't need the government to crack down on Turki al-Sheikh. Turki al-Sheikh is cracking down on Turki al-Sheikh. Kentrell said, you should have helped my mayor out, man. New Orleans is so crooked. Hey, Kentrell, you from New Orleans? Man, I was with Mark Morial. I worked on the campaign with Mark Morial. I was not cool with Jay Nagin. That's why Jay Nagin's ass went to jail, bro. Hey, dog, Jay Nagin's ass went to jail for a reason, bro. The dude wasn't cooperating, bro, and his ass went to jail. Man, do you know the best dude that I had, though? When I had Rod Blagojevich. Bro, I was going to make so much money with Rod Blagojevich. I was going to be a billionaire with Rod Blagojevich, bro. Man, Rod Blagojevich, man. And then Rod Blagojevich screwed around and sold a Senate seat. Man, I was going to make so much money with Rod Blagojevich. I was so nice with Rod Blagojevich. Hurts me to this day. He was the worst mayor we had. F that bitch. Yeah, dog. That's what his ass is in jail, bro. You know he's CIA, right? You know that Ray Nagin was like FBI, bro. That dude was a plant, bro. Ray Nagin was a plant. He was a plant. That's why his ass went to jail, because he was a plant. I got battles with a couple cats in New Orleans. Troy Carter. The next day, Cantrell LeGrew. I could walk up and slap Troy Carter in his mouth, and Troy Carter wouldn't say fucking boo. Hey, Cantrell LeGrew, this is how good I am in New Orleans. I could literally walk up. Look, man, Cantrell, I threatened to castrate Troy Carter, bro. Hey, bro, I was pissed off at Cantrell. I swear to God, this is the truth, bro. I crossed my fingers, but I swear to God. Bro, Unique said, keep smoking them for 9. Look, Cantrell, I was at dinner with some people that were big supporters of Troy Carter, because Troy Carter's a noob, and I'm a noob. But I don't fuck with Troy Carter, bro. I don't fuck with Troy Carter at all. Because Troy Carter fucking tripped on me when I was in college, and he was like a state senator or something. He was like he was like in the state legislature at the time. And I was at a party, and Troy Carter walked up and had a conversation next to me, okay? And I'm telling you, bro, when these dudes try to have conversations with me around them, that's because they're trying to cut a deal with my family, okay? That's what they do. So they meet me, they get cool with me, I make an introduction to them to somebody, and then they're good. That's basically what Troy Carter did with me when his ass was a state senator, bro. I couldn't stand this dude. So he wanted to start the lottery. That's when the lottery was coming out in New Orleans. And what I told Crow Carter was, I was like, look, they asked my opinion of what I thought about bringing gambling into New Orleans, right? And I said, yeah, I'd be okay with it as long as you can find a way to not have the locals do all the gambling, because if you have the gambling with the locals, that's an addiction, and then you're going to wind up pumping all the money out of the black community. That's what I told Troy Carter, and Troy Carter snapped on me, bro, and said some shit like, that's unconstitutional. We can't do that. And I was like, well, then don't bring gambling to New Orleans, because it's bad for the people. Anyway, that was how that nigga talked to me, bro. I never fucking forgot it. So when this dude became the U.S. congressman and wanted my support as a U.S. congressman, and I came to New Orleans, I threatened to castrate that nigga. I was like, bro, I don't want to support him. I want to know if I can castrate his ass. Nigga, for real. I was like, that's how crazy I was. I was like, man, we're going to snatch that nigga and castrate him. That's how out of whack, nigga, I can get when people get aggressive with me. So anyway, I say that to say, that was the message that got delivered to Troy Carter when Troy Carter tried to buddy up with me, trying to get some money for his campaigns. I didn't support him, and I told him very clearly, bro, you play with me, nigga, you're going to come up missing something. So anyway, that's my funniest story I can tell about New Orleans politics. Because that's how I have to treat those guys. Okay, no KO, but it'll definitely different than Shakur's most recent opponent. Anyway, Shakur versus T.O. in the 6th with a body shot. Hell no. She said Shakur will KO T.O. with a body shot. Hell no. No KO, but it'll definitely work different than Shakur's recent opponents. It's going to be a good fight. It's not going to be a good fight. It'll be a close fight. It'll be a very technical fight. It's not going to be an exciting fight. And the worst thing the biggest thing we have to worry about is the fact that neither one of those guys got an overly aggressive bone in their body. Okay? Teo can catch you with something and hurt you, but he's not going there to go after you. And Shakur Stevenson's not getting there to go after you, know? Anyway, Control, I thought I would tell you that, bro. That was my New Orleans politics, bro. But I was good with I was really good with the Bartholomews. The Bartholomews, I used to go eat at the Bartholomew's house like all the time when I was in college, man. They were really cool. I was cool. Do you know Sherry? Sherry, and I can't remember Sherry's little sister's name, but the Bartholomews, I was really cool with the Bartholomews. We were good with the Moriels, all of those type of people. The McKennas, I actually think I'm kin to the McKennas. Teo is just as fast as Shakur. Shakur never fought no one just as fast as himself. Yeah, I think he is about as fast, but I think Shakur is a little bit more fundamentally sound. I think, anyway. Let me check, see. Man, we grinding this work. Yep. Oh, that's from yesterday. Good morning, everybody. What up, Gilbert Jimenez? How you feeling, brother? Bro, Unique. I appreciate you, dog. Because this is the day where if new subscribers want to support to the channel, this would be a great day to do it. I don't know if I like the fight though with Shakur and Teo. I just think Shakur is probably not. That shit's probably not going to happen. Somebody said that they were closer to making the fight between Teofimo Lopez and Pitbull. But now that I've called out, and this is my ego, definitely my ego, definitely now that these dudes got to pay Shakur Stevenson the money, they got to get him some better fights. Hunter Young said, if Loma, Josh Taylor T shows up, Shakur is taking an L. However, the other Teo shows up, it's easy work for Shakur. I think Teofimo just got to be willing to sell out a little more. Teo's got to be able to step up, got to be able to just got to be able to push the pace on Shakur. And he's got to take a different approach and be the one that's really throwing the shots, consistently taking the lead. And then I think he can beat Shakur. But because he's good, and because he's got good defense. But at the same time, Teofimo Lopez was getting pieced up by George Kambosos. I cannot let that go. That he got pieced up by George Kambosos. Man, I hate that Teofimo lost to George Kambosos. If Teofimo Lopez had not lost to George Kambosos, the monster of Devin Haney may not have ever really come to fruition. They would have said he was not undisputed champion, though, for real. Let me put a link in the chat. Case, I know this is not the most exciting topic in the world, and I definitely appreciate y'all chopping it up with the kid. Anyway, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 holler, brother. Thank you so much. What else is going? Oh, Alexander Usyk. So let me do this in this video right now. I'm going to talk about this for a while. Alexander Usyk is getting accused of faking an injury. Who Teo fought Richard Comey is the Teo who fought Richard Comey is my favorite version. Yeah, that was nice, but that's the lightweight version. You're not going to get that back. Teo was the man. Teo was man, it would be nice. Do you think you're going to get a Teo? I would want to see all these little jerks fight each other. Hey, Jay Mills, thank you, brother. Say just a little support. That's all I need, a little support. Thank you, brother. Hey, Jay Mills, hey, we got to talk this weekend, all right, about that situation. We're still supposed to talk this weekend, right, about that. So give me a call again, man. KQ said, Kokui said, I got Shakur 12-0 Teo. Teo will be very frustrated with Shakur's ring generalship. I hope not. Kokui, please don't let that be the truth. Please don't. Yes, sir. Saturday. Yes, Saturday. Let's do it on Saturday. Saturday afternoon. And my son will be there, and we can figure out how to get everything together for you, man. My son can help you with a lot of that work if you want it. Just so you know. My son can help you with all of that stuff. Because he understands that, been working on it, and I think you guys can both. I think you'll enjoy working with him if you want to work with him. The only guys who can get Shakur, in my opinion, is Gervonta and Gary Antuanne Russell. I would like to see Andy Cruz. I think Andy Cruz would be a very difficult fight for Shakur. Andy Cruz. I'm going to tell you, I would like to see Lamont Roach. I would like to see Lamont Roach and Shakur Stevenson. I think it's sad. Hunter Young, how was my first year in school? He left after the first semester. He didn't enjoy it. He came back home after the first semester, got straight A's and came back home because he said it wasn't challenging enough and he wanted to do something else. So he's working right now. So the funny thing was that he got straight A's, really did well in school, but he said that he didn't enjoy the environment. So he set the next semester out and he'll figure out what he's doing moving forward, for the next year. But yeah, he wasn't really enjoying, he didn't enjoy St. John's. He loved New York though. Pullout Bandit said Twitterson versus Lamont Sinat. Man, that's crazy. How the hell you said Lamont Sinat? Yeah, Lamont need to shut up on that Twitch streams, man. He tried to do the marathon streams. Roach ruining his career, waiting for Davis. Roach can fight a lot of guys to keep him trending. Stalling only sets him back. Yeah, you true. You right about it. You're right about it. 100%. You're right about it. Stalling only sets him back. He need to fight Gary Russell Jr., bro. Aaron Muhammad, man, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I need it for the grind. Thanks you, bro. For now, just a little something for the ground and for that tap dancing Tim Bradley impersonation. Man, Tim, come on, man. Can we be serious, bro? Like, just as black people, can we be serious people? Can we be seen as serious people? I saw no, you didn't. I saw a clip of Roach linking up with I Show Speed. Hey, man, that might be work. That guy I Show Speed is all over the place. I saw him running on water. That was some wild shit, the way he wrapped over that water. That dude is an athlete, huh? That dude is definitely an athlete. St. John. He said, yeah, St. John's is not a college that gives you a college feel like other schools with nice campuses, etc. Yeah, I didn't go. I just know he didn't like St. John's. That's hilarious. Hey, man, link up. Teo got nice work, but he's probably mid to lower ranking in the division. No. Tolbert, and he's the champion. He's the WBO champion. He's the lineal 140-pound champion. Speed living life for real. Yeah, he is, man. That dude, hey, man, he's doing his thing. I like what he's doing. Oh, I said he was a football player as a teenager. Okay, yeah, I mean, I like what he's doing, bro. I see he's got a good attitude. He's got a good camera presence. He's out there doing his thing, man. That's what's up. I enjoy watching that guy. I don't get the whole Kai Cenat shit. I ain't gonna be listening to them little kids talk all day, bro. That ain't gonna happen. I don't get it. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised I ain't seen Phoenix the Assassin in a couple days, man. I see him a lot over on Twitter. And salute to the boxing fans in the chat. Thank you, Aaron Muhammad. Good to see you in a while, brother. That dude really knows his business. And you know what the problem is? I understand why y'all don't think I like Terence Crawford. You don't think I like Terence Crawford because most of the stuff, the communications around Terence Crawford related to Errol Spence. So you didn't hear or listen to the things that I said about other fights, which is why I'm so offended by Terence Crawford's team. Because Terence Crawford's team never really even took the time to understand that I was supporting Terence Crawford and had been supporting Terence Crawford for years. That's why I said that Terence Crawford is shady business. And then you see the way that he behaved with Errol Spence Jr. and the negotiations that took place with Errol. It's just whack shit, bro. Speed gonna visit Chicago in a couple days. That's what's up, man. Speed is touring the U.S. He was in D.C. Now he's heading to Lancaster to visit the Amish. That's a wild dude, man. Good for him, man. Good for him. Got a lot of energy, man, doing his thing, making his money. Got to get it while you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Got to get it while you can get it. Give me 1 second. Man, gotta love it. I wonder what he's going to do in Chicago. Sorry about that. Damn. Salute for 9. Love the content you've been putting on. Thank you, brother. All right, I'm back. Let me know when you can hear me. They put this shit in an. Hey, man, thank you, bro. Eddie Simpson just showing some love for the channel, brother. Thank you, man, for the $5 holler, dog. You bought me my joint for today. Let you know, hey, dog, when I get $10 in the Cash App, that allows me to take the money out and go buy me one of these nice little J's. Halfway to my J, bro. Halfway to my J. He goes to the famous areas of cities and highlights them for his viewers. He did this in great cities like China and got great reviews from the Chinese. That's what's up, man. Yeah, for real, bro. So thank you very much for tipping your hat on my J. That's what I do, bro. Once I get $10, I'm like, okay, bingo. Now I can go buy a nice little J. I didn't dip into my savings. You know what I mean? I worked for that J. I worked for that J. Hey, Ox Steel, you there? Ox Steel, let me know if you still listening, Ox Steel. You made me feel guilty. Ox Steel made me feel guilty. He said, come on, man. Stop. I don't ever want to stop that, Ox Steel. I have such a guilty pleasure, bro. Do you know how nice it is to be able to sit up here and tell you dudes the outlandish truth? Hey, Fanon, what are your famous landmarks in Chicago I always wanted to visit? Famous landmarks, Jewtown. You definitely gonna want to go to Grant Park. I would go to the Magnificent Mile, Lakeshore Drive. God dog, man, definitely go to Geno's. If I went to go to Geno's West, I would go to Geno West. I would also go to the GOAT. Where they make the cheeseburger. I would definitely go to Lakeshore Drive. I would go to, honestly, man, I would drive through. I'm different, man. I always go to the ghetto when I go to cities, bro. Like when I go to New Orleans, I always walk through the projects. You know? Yeah, it's Jewtown. Yeah, really call it Jewtown. They call it Maxwell Street now. Go to Navy Pier, definitely Navy Pier. Thank you, Paul Bandit. Yeah, they call it Jewtown. Yeah, get you a Jew dog. What they call it now, they call it Maxwell Street. They call it Maxwell Street now because they got rid of all the cheap jewelry stores and all that shit. Yeah, drive through Stony Island. But no, jokes, they said, thank you so much for not in the chat. Shout out to Chicago from, I cannot pronounce them. Puerto Rico, shout out to Puerto Rico, Old Block. Yeah, that's Gateway Gardens, they said, man. Parkway Gardens, I'm sorry. It's the projects. I'm like, go to O Block. What the fuck is an O Block? There is no O Block in Chicago, just so you know. And why would you go there? Like, why wouldn't you go to like fucking like, Anyway, man, I was in Chicago for business and the cold wind hit me. So I was like, fuck Chicago. I was also hit on by some girls at a restaurant, which made the trip better. Hey, if you ever want to get hit on by women, go to New York City. Paper Chasing Jews said, everybody ducking Gary. Hey, man, I'm trying to get Gary a fight, bro. I'm working hard to get Gary Russell Jr. a fight. Working hard to try to get Lamont Roach to fight that guy. Everybody ducking Gary. Look, Lamont Roach needs to fight Gary Russell Jr. That would be the smartest move he can make, is to fight. That's the smartest move he can make. If you ever want to get pickpocketed, go to New York City. I do not want to get pickpocketed. I thought somebody was pickpocketing me. And look, bro, I thought I had a pickpocket on me in Austin. I lost my phone like 3 times in a row in the same area, bro. I swear this lady pickpocketed me. After that last performance, what are we talking about? After what performance? What are you talking about, Kamal? I mean, what are you talking about, Fahim? Hey, he said those New York chicks are tougher than the dudes. Look, man, they will get right at it. I like New York women, bro. No joke, bro. I like that. Shit. Hit on me. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit nice and easy, bro. Make it nice and easy, man. That shit is easy, bro. New York girl, women, it's just no stress. I went to New York for a weekend and attended a football game and concert. Caught somebody going through my jacket twice at the concert. Different people both times. Yeah, man, they're gonna get you, man. That's why that's blue blood. Ain't blue blood from New York? That nigga be pickpocketing people for sure. That dude steady's pickpocketing Gervonta Davis. That New York nigga will be pickpocketing the shit out of people, dog. Taking their money for shit that ain't true at all. Those people in New York, I think, are probably the most ruthless people. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I'm saying? He be pickpocketing niggas every day. God dang, niggas stop pickpocketing people, bro. Like, he be stealing people's time. What about the wife? Who you talking about? What about what wife? My wife? Man, I'm not being serious. If you talking about that, I'm just saying when I was single, I don't need no other women. I got enough women, dog. New York reminds me of Chicago on steroids. Yeah, it is. But no, the New York dudes, they just ruthless, bro. I mean, New York people are ruthless. As in they are ruthless. The most ruthless people I have ever seen. New York people are ruthless. Absolutely. We will do any. Dog, I don't put nothing past any of them, dog. Because they so hungry out there. KQ said, I'm from the Bronx. I trust no one here. I only got friends at my boxing gym. Women and men here are not trustful. Look, bro, all I need to know is that the New Jersey niggas are the biggest liars I've ever seen in my life. I have no idea how you guys can get up and tell that many damn lies, bro. I got no idea how you can do it. How you can wake up and tell that many lies, dog. I'm having a hard time not telling the truth. Fanon, good luck getting Gary Russell that fight after the last performance. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good right. Yeah, exactly. Tough letting get him in the ring with him. Shit, that little dude can fight, man. Gary Antuanne Russell can fight, bro. No joke, though, bro. Those dudes, I have a hard time not sitting up here and telling you the truth. Really, man. Like every day, I want to explain to you certain things. And if I tell you that every time I've told you the truth, I get inundated with shit like I'm crazy. Even though when I tell you the truth, the shit winds up happening. And there's no way the shit could be happening unless I'm telling you the truth. Still, bro, I want to tell you the truth. These dudes are literally getting up every morning thinking, what's the most inventive lie I can tell today? Because you can be like, let me tell you what Blue Blood used to do. Blue Blood used to start off as a little liar, like little lies. For example, say Boxing Ego would break a story, right? Say Boxing Ego says, Errol Spence will be fighting Keith Thurman. Errol Spence will be fighting Keith Thurman next, right? And all there is Errol saying that he's going to fight Keith Thurman saying that he's going to fight Errol, right? So all the news comes out, right? What Blue Blood would do is he would add a date to it. He would add a date. The date is completely manufactured. But he couldn't give you the same news that Boxing Ego was giving him. So what he has to do is he has to add something extra to it to make it unique to him. Like, yeah, I knew, yeah, Boxing Ego knows about this, but Boxing Ego doesn't know the date. Like, I know the date, even though the date is not true. You know what I mean? Yeah, oh, dog, that was code word, bro. Blue Blood, a.k.a. 7-Eleven, bro. Dude, let me tell you something. The behind the scenes, these guys are acting like they're big-time mobsters. There is no such thing as a big-time black mobster other than your boy. He said, Bubby Thompson said lies are subject to change. Yeah, and everything's subject to change. Oh, it's subject to change. I didn't lie. It's subject to change. No, bro, you are wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. It's just subject to change. Dog, these dudes are wild as hell, man, with the stuff that they do, man. Gary Russell versus Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz would probably fight him. Andy Cruz would probably fight him. But in order to fight Andy Cruz, he got to go to Matchroom, bro. And I'm telling you, I don't think Eddie Hearn would put Andy Cruz in there with him. I don't believe it. Hey, Contrella Groove said, ninjas write down lies before they go to sleep and dream of the lies when they get up. Exactly, bro. Cardina said, Blue Blood is Waylon Willie, Cap'n Calvin, Lion Lisa, etc. Bro, I'm telling you. Oh, hell, man, these motherfuckers lie so much. Dog, I'm telling you, bro. It was like a battle of lies, bro. And guess what happened? I'll tell you the truth. They used to put these big-ass lies in their titles, right? So I made an adjustment, and I used to ask questions. And the question is it's literally a question. Is this guy fighting? Except for I put a question mark there. That's when Champside, that little dude went on this, just started, every day this dude would talk about it in clickbait. When is the last time you heard people talking about clickbaiting? Hey, just a question. When is the last time you've heard a bunch of channels going off about clickbaiting? Let me know if you've heard that word used lately. Have you heard that word used lately? The word clickbaiting? I haven't heard it in a while. It used to be every day people clickbaiting, 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 clickbaiting. That's all they used to say. Clickbaiting, clickbaiting. All of a sudden, the phrase clickbait went away. Nobody even uses it anymore. Just like before there was clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. They used to say biased, biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased. Biased, biased. No, what I'm telling you, pull out Bandit. What I'm telling you is that these are all orchestrated media campaigns, is what I'm telling you. Whenever you hear the same word being used too many times by separate, different people, that is a media campaign. So what they did was they used to go after people by calling them that supported black fighters by saying you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased, you're biased. I'm not biased. I'm not. You're biased. You're biased. You're biased. You're biased. You're biased. Then later on, they changed it to ducking. So now everybody ducks. This is a duck. That's a duck. 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 Then when they wanted to group up and attack channels, all of a sudden they say they're clickbaiting. You're clickbaiting. You're clickbaiting. You're clickbaiting. You're clickbaiting. You're clickbaiting. These are all media PR campaigns meant to attack certain YouTube channels that support certain promoters. Blue Blood is a fake. Champside is a fake. I knew Champside was fake when he tried to earn a living selling merch. Dude, you cannot make any money selling those corny ass fucking Letterman's jackets, bro. First of all, grown ass men don't wear all these goddamn Letterman's jackets. Why are you buying all these fucking Letterman's jackets that ain't nobody gonna buy, bro? Okay, you niggas are fronts. You guys are fronts, bro. Man, Champside has been a fraud, bro. Been a fraud. Been a fraud. Anybody that will sit next to Blue Blood After Blue Blood lied to everybody in the country, sit up there next to him like, I support Blue Blood. Bro, you only support Blue Blood because you're on the same payroll as Blue Blood. That little dude is let me tell you what he is. He's a knockoff. He's a knockoff boxing ego. That's what he is. He's a knockoff boxing ego. What up, Phenomenal Noob? We ain't in high school no more. Who the fuck wearing a Letterman's jacket? Exactly. Cornball ass nigga trying to sell Letterman's jackets to grown ass men. Nigga, you ain't making no money selling no Letterman's jackets. Stop it. You're not getting that done. What you're doing is you're getting some fucking payola, bro. You know what you guys are? You're like the DJs that took payola. Like, you're listening to some DJs, you're like, God damn, why they keep playing this raggedy ass music? Because they just paid the DJ money to play it. Hey, DJ, just play that song. They tipping the DJ. That's all he is. That's all Blue Blood is. That's all that nigga showbiz is. That's all they are. They're make-believe ass niggas, bro. I watched Champside. Watch this. I watched Champside pay for over 100,000 subscribers overnight, then got on a live and bragged about how much his channel grew out of nowhere. Bro, Champside bought that shit. He got, know what he got? Floyd Mayweather and them niggas gave him some exclusive footage. They put up the exclusive footage, and then all of a sudden, this shit gets, he winds up getting 100,000 subscribers on one video. You know why they did it? So he could pass me in subscribers. That's the only reason your fraud ass did it. Is so you could have somebody with more, when they looked at your fucking page, it would say you had more subscribers than me, bro. You're nobody, Champside. You're no fucking body, bro. Nobody. You're nobody, dog. I'm big outside of boxing, homie. I'm big outside of boxing. You're not even big in boxing. I'm big outside of boxing. Bro, my channel was going to have 100,000 subscribers no matter what I did, bro. If I would have started talking about basketball, I'd have 100,000, 150,000 subscribers in basketball. If I had talked about politics, it would have been 150,000. Okay? Because my supporters followed me into YouTube. Hey, watch. I swear to God, I watched it happen overnight. I stopped watching Dude after that. That was the same time he switched up on Tank out of the blue. Bro, he switched up on Tank out of the blue. Another nigga that I like switched up on Tank up out of the blue. You dudes are getting paid, bro. You guys are getting paid, bro. These dudes were getting paid to do videos about me trying to spread the rumor that I was gay. They literally are out here spreading the rumor that I hit on Best Fight the Best. I have never even met First of all, I'm not gay, bro. Number one, let's get that like way out in there. You're never going to hear no shit about me like that because I'm as straight as an arrow. Anyway, it goes though, bro. All these dudes were doing that shit in a little group on their Discords and all of that stuff, bro. You guys are liars, man. You guys created a little media conglomerate and you're selling your souls to these people, man. And you guys are the problem what's wrong with boxing. But the good thing is, Champside, nobody listens to you, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck what you think. And when I go to Oakland, because I am going to go to Oakland, bro. I'm going to walk the streets of Oakland, bro, right in your face. I'm going to come to Oakland. Just let you know, Bill, Bay Area Labs, all y'all, I'm coming to Oakland, bro. I've got a reason to come to Oakland. I can't wait to see y'all in Oakland, bro. I can't wait to see how tough you guys are in Oakland. Really. I've gone to a lot of cities with a lot of people that always say they're tough. But strangely, when I get there, none of them nor their people come anywhere around, bro. They find a way to conveniently be out of the state. So I'm telling you, Champside, and I'm telling you, Bill, I'm coming to Oakland. And I can't wait for you guys to show me exactly how powerful you are and how much pull you have in Oakland. Because when I went to LA, it didn't seem like you California niggas had anything going on in LA. It was like, bro, it was like the best time in my life. Got a terrific reception. No. I am not a member of the LDBC. I've never been a member of the LDBC. What I did was I supported the LDBC. And no, I have nothing to do with the LDBC. Absolutely not. I told the LDBC that I was done with them. I was never a member of the LDBC. Never. I supported them. I took my hashtag. And by the way, you got to understand, the LDBC was just a hashtag. It was a hashtag. And I participated within that. But bro, I left them a long time ago, dog. I left them. They didn't leave me. I told them I didn't want nothing to do with that bullshit. You remember when I told them dudes all I was being was a cat's paw. Bill Haney owns that LDBC name. That's what he told me. Let me tell you, Bill Haney thought he owned my channel. And I told Bill Haney, bro, you don't own my channel. I don't give a fuck. That's a hashtag, bro. You can't. If Bill paid money for a hashtag, Bill Haney's a fucking idiot. Because you're not going to get the channel just because you got the hashtag, dumbass. He told me that. He said he owned those channels. That's what he told me. He said he owns the LDBC. And I believe it. I 100% believe him. The way they behaved, I just fucked around with the wrong people. You know? Bill going to be at Narcotics Anonymous convention while you're in Oakland. Dog, let me tell you something. When I go to Oakland, bro, Bill, you know you're not going to be there, right? I know you're not going to be there, Bill. But anyway, Q Breeze said, good morning, Fanon. Talk your ish. Yeah, I'm going to talk it. It's been fun. It's fun to talk it. But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody that came by. It's wild. It is stupid. This place. I love. Oh, said it's wild. This childish stupidity takes place. It stands for Lions Den Boxing Community. Lions Den Boxing Community. And it was founded by 78 Sports TV. And apparently he sold it to Bill Haney. And he sold it. This is my understanding. I could be wrong. He sold it to Bill Haney. And then Bill Haney said that the terms of it would be that they can't deal with me. Because I was the most dominant and easily the most intellectual and articulate person dealing with that issue at all. So when I wouldn't do what Bill Haney said, then he got all these people to collude against me, put a bunch of fake information out about me while I was dealing with some real mental health issues. Because I did. Absolutely, bro. I absolutely went bonkers on niggas, bro. I did, but they don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want to tell you, bro. Oh, said I'm here, bro. I'm working with a client. Okay, that's what's up. They're going to make a documentary on the LDBC. Let me tell you something, bro. A lot of those guys it was huge. The LDBC was huge. And then 78 Sport TV and Bill Haney just decided to start kicking people out. Just started saying, don't associate with this person. Don't associate with that person. Don't have this person on your channel. Don't have that person on your channel. They tried to tell me not to have blood boxing on my channel. Like, no, you can't have blood boxing on your channel. And I was like, what? And I just listened to this shit for a little while. I didn't see blood boxing for a while, but I was like, man, there ain't no fucking way that you're going to tell me I can't associate with blood boxing. They've been doing that shit. They've been doing that bullshit, bro. Going around trying to fucking gaslight people, bro. Yes, it was network. Look, man, they can tell you what they are. I don't care what they are. For me, bro, I'm big outside of this YouTube shit, man. My shit is big outside the YouTube shit for real. These guys were impersonating. Basically, what they do is these guys were all, and I'm not just talking about guys in the LDBC. You guys are trying to claim that you're influential. You're trying to be influential. You're not influential. Champside is not influential at all. He can't convince anybody to do anything. He's not influential at all. All he is getting paid money to echo what other people are telling him to do because he's new media. New media. I have my own media outlet. I got my own brand. And I'm going to sell my brand to these promoters so that these promoters will pay me to say what they want me to say. And they've been living off that turkey money. They lived off that Eddie Hearn money. At first, those dudes couldn't stand Eddie Hearn. But then, boom, all of a sudden, Devin goes to sign with Eddie Hearn, and they ain't got no problems with Eddie Hearn anymore. You know? What up, Shoney D? Shout out to you. But anyway, let me get out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I will definitely be back tomorrow. Thank you to my guy Eddie Simmons for showing that love in the chat. Aaron, thanks. Shout out to my guy Aaron Muhammad, J Milt, Bro Unique, and Cardenas for dropping a little change on your boy. But with that, I'm going to get up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Deuces.